Hello everybody, this is Nate Allman with Barefoot Lawn. I want to do a little video, a little experiment about the different fertilizers available out there and how they compare to what I use in my program. So let me just do a little overview here. I took a quarter cup of each fertilizer and I kind of broke some down and I'm going to go a little detail, not too much, but about what's out there, what's the main component and how they work. So the main component of most fertilizers is a urea. This is a 4600. This is just straight urea. Most companies, this is the base product to their fertilizer. If you can apply this, this also can be melted down. This does green the lawn up, but at a high rate, this can actually burn your yard due to the salt index. So to prevent burning, they actually mix it. So this is a 1300. So what does that mean? 13 is a nitrogen, 0 phosphorus, 0 potassium. So as you can see, if you look a little bit closer, you see the white pearls in there. Some are yellow. That's a coating they put on to help slow the release of the nitrogen down. But you see a lot of tan spots in there. So that's crushed rock. Now this product does green your yard up. The nitrogen is the urea is a good product. It's been around for a long time. It's a relatively inexpensive product when it comes to fertilizers. The bad part about just straight urea is that it doesn't really last in the soil too long. It can leach through the soil pretty quickly. It can volatilize, or it can run off due to heavy rains. So what I want to do is, you see this is 20% urea, and then you see 71% crushed rock filler. So what is crushed rock filler? I took the time to separate the filler from the fertilizer. So this would be your nutrients. This would be the filler. Now, as again, you see the difference here. I took the time, took me about 2 hours. I separated every single prill, and just to show you like what you're actually getting in a bag of fertilizer. So this filler, which is about 72% of the bag, has no nutritional value at all. This would be your nutrients, which is about 20% of that bag, and this is about 72% of the bag, no nutrients at all. So what does that mean exactly? Well, it's just a way to make it a little bit cheaper. Again, this does have a greening effect, but there's no other nutrients added to the soil when you apply this. So just to do a little brief example here, if you see an 1805, which is another common numbers, 1805, 2005, 1705, of that 1805, about 40% is that urea, is nitrogen. There's 0 phosphorus, and there's 5 units of potassium, which ends up being, usually use murate of potash, which is potassium chloride, which ends up being about 88.3% of that bag. So over 50% of that bag is actually crushed rock filler, this product. This has absolutely no benefit to your lawn or the soil in your lawn. So what I want to do is take the filler out and add nutrients. Why should half the stuff you put down your lawn be just filler? So what I did is I actually have my fertilizer custom blended. Now these are one of the products I use, a couple products I use here. So as you can see, this is much more organic looking. There's more colors in this. It's not white. You don't see that urea. You don't see any tan gray rocks. So this is, let me push this out of the way here a little bit. This is a 2310 with iron and biosolids. So of that, 43% of this product, 44%, is a polymer coated controlled release urea. So what does that mean? What is a controlled release urea or polymer coating? So basically I'll pull one of these aside. That's compare it to one of those urea prills. So they take this urea and they spray a polymer on it to help protect it. That protection helps slow the release of it down. So what happens is, you can see this is what it looks like after it's treated with the polymer. Water will actually go into this prill based on soil temperatures. It will melt this urea down into a liquid form, and then slowly, based on temperatures, that urea diffuses through that prill and into your soil. So that means you get a nice, slow, consistent feed. You don't get the rushes of growth. You can, depending on the polymer coating, it could last anywhere from 45 days to 4 months. Depending on how thick the coating is and how many times they coat it. So this is great. This makes it environmentally friendly. This makes it safe. This makes it, there's less chance for leaching, less chance for runoff. These are all good things that are good for the environment and also good for your lawn and your soil. So this makes this product so much more efficient. You're using basically everything that you put down. Going through here, this is about 5% phosphorus, 3 units. It ends up being about 5% of phosphorus, and then 20% potassium. And then this is sulfur potash, not muriate of potash. Sulfur potash contains sulfur, which has a greening effect. So combined with the iron, the nitrogen, and the sulfur, it really helps green the lawn up. And the other companies will use a muriate of potash because it's cheaper. But again, muriate of potash is actually potassium chloride. So it's a salt. If it melts snow and ice, it's probably not good to put on your home lawn with the salt index. And that helps. The salts decrease the microbial activity. But microbial activity does recover, but it's just not a good habit. If you don't need to put the salts down, why even do it? So, and then again, going back to the filler, this is only of this product, roughly 32% of this product is actually biosolids, which are made of plant and animal waste. So you're adding carbon to the soil. We're adding, increasing microbial activity. It's just help building that soil all at once. Now again, if you notice here too, this is a 23:10. So we have a 2-to-1 nitrogen to potassium ratio. Now the phosphorus, some states disallow phosphorus due to runoff and algae blooms into lake beds. So Pennsylvania does not, so we're still allowed to have phosphorus. So we just do little amounts. We don't need a lot. Most of this phosphorus is locked into the soil anyway. So we just want to kind of replace what we use. So most companies, those put nitrogen down, leave out the phosphorus and the potassium, and that's fine. But for every unit of nitrogen down, you want to replace it with at least a half unit of potassium. So this is a good combination. You want either a 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. So this is a 2-to-1. Let me go over to the next product I use, and this is a little bit newer technology. This is an 818 with iron and biochar. So as you can look at this product, we look at this compared to this. This is a homogenized product, meaning every single prill contains all the ingredients here. So that's pretty neat. Whereas this one, it's a mix of 5, 6, 7 different ingredients. All depends on what's in the bag. So again, if you go back here, this is a mix of 2 ingredients. So where we have 5 ingredients here, we can have almost, I think there's about 8 ingredients in this bag, including micronutrients. So 818. So of this product, 38% is nitrogen, 1% is phosphorus, and 16% is potassium. So this is a 1-to-1 nitrogen to potassium ratio. Potassium is very important, in my opinion. It helps build the cell wall. During times of stress, especially in the summer months, it helps fight off disease. Or if your lawn does have disease, it helps with the recovery. I think it's often overlooked, and cheaper fertilizers it's not put in. If it is put in, they use muriate of potash, which is just again a salt. So it doesn't help your soil at all. Now, as you can see, most of this product is that math right? 16, 30, yeah, that's right. So over 50% of this is nutrients, and the other 44% is a combination of the micronutrients, the biochar, the poultry litter, and humic acid. So these are all good products, good carbon-based products that help build the soil. The biochar is what that actually helps. What it actually does is help increase your soil CECs, your cation exchange capacity, meaning it allows your soils to actually hold more nutrients, hold more water. So they have not that it's a cure-all for the drought of summer, but you might get a couple more days of moisture being held, and actually helps lock the soil or the nutrients into the soil as well. Whereas sometimes they'll get flushed out, especially with a product like this, where a couple of rains and it's going to be gone. So again, these are just 2 products that I use throughout the season. I rotate through. I will never put anything on this on your lawn. I try to be as organic based as I can. There's also limitations to that, but yeah, these are 2 great products that I use, and that's how I'm able to produce decent results on your yard. So again, if you have any questions, I would love to, I'd be happy to answer those. And again, this is just a little brief overview of what's available out there, and and how Barefoot Lawn is different from the other companies out there. So again, thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.